that. And I'm going to say, oh, by the way, Miss Fran, I need you to give me some people you love and care about so I can tell them about what you just did. I need some referrals.
Okay. Well, the first person I think of really is my daughter.
Okay. And so when she says that, I'll start writing them down. Now, if she says I can write them down myself, I'll let her write them down. But most of the time, I write them down because depending on their handwriting, when I get home, I can't understand.
Right.
So I'm going to write them down. So I ask, give me the person you love and care about. So she's giving me that person. So do you have any more? Anybody else?
Yes, let me get my phone.
Oh yeah, get your phone. Yeah, get your phone. And I want her to get her phone. I want her to look through her phone and tell me all the people she loves and care about. So she's gonna give me the second one. And you got anybody else?
Oh yeah, you're gonna need another page now.
Oh, okay. So this, I wanted her to be a little less. Most of the time they give me one or two, and oh, I don't know anybody else. So then I start pushing. Okay, Miss Fran, how many people you know in Houston?
Oh, well, I was born and raised down.
Oh, well, come on, give me a few more people. And I keep pushing. I want to leave there with at least 10 names. I want 10 names before I leave her house. Now, after I get those 10 names, I'm going to ask her, now, can we call Susie? Let's call Susie. Susie lives across the street. That's your neighbor? Okay, let's call her. So Susie will know who I am, and Susie will answer my call because she's going to put me on three-way. She's going to open up the call or whatever so we can talk. And then, oh, Miss Susie, are you available? I have an appointment, but are you available in 1 hour? I'll go to Miss Susie's house. That's it. Okay, if she has another page to do, I'm going to sit there and get all the pages. How many have I done max? 3.
Wow.
I've gotten at least 30 in one sitting.
Wow.
I have actually sat there and talked. I didn't have another appointment. It didn't matter. I was going to sit there and get as many as she gave me. How many of them worked? I want to say out of that batch, maybe about 5.
All right.
So it was worth me sitting there and getting 30 leads, 30 referrals, and for free, and you're pushing. You're not pushing hard, mean, or anything like that. Miss Fran, do you know anybody else? What about your church members?
Oh, yes.
Your cousins?
Yeah.
You know, I pulled it out. I started asking. The memory jogger, remember? I started asking her different things. Now, this Miss Fran already know that she gonna give me 30 people. She said you're gonna need another sheet. So I'm ready for it. And I get every one that I really want. I really want the first 10. But when she hang on and say, I got more, I'm gonna sit there and get as many as she has. Yes, sir.
You use the example of her calling Susan first, or whatever. How do you guide her in speaking to Susan when you're
Okay. So one of the things I usually tell the customer to say is, Susie, I'm here with my insurance lady. Her name is Veronica Collins. And I want her to introduce you to this super plan. And I want her to, exaggerate it or say whatever because she fell in love with it. She wants Susie to fall in love with it. So I want her to say, you gotta hear it. You gotta hear what she has to say. Miss Fran is not going to try to explain it. I'm not going to explain it. I got to make that appointment.
Right.
I'm not going to even try to do it over the phone.
Right.
No, we got to meet in person.
Right.
You got to meet over. I got to come to your house, Miss Susan. Come on now. Give me your number. And I try to make it really light. I don't try to push it like it's a, you know how doctor appointments are? They're so rigid. No, I want to be kind of light with it when I talk to her. Okay, Miss Susie, what time? I'll be there. Okay, I look forward to seeing you. Miss Susie, do you drink Starbucks coffee? She might say yes. Oh, what kind you like? Let me pick you up a coffee on the way. You know, just little things like that,
Right.
so that you can push it a little bit further. Oh, that lady is nice. That's a good insurance lady. She gonna bring me Starbucks.
McDonald's breakfast, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So you go that way.
So she says, if
Miss Susie?
no, yeah, if she gets caught up on the phone with her, Susie's asking her questions like, oh, it's an exciting plane, you need to see this. And so, what is it? What's the name? Do you grab the phone, or what do you do at that time?
Well, she has already given it to me. I tell her in advance.
Just go ahead. Don't.
You don't need to do a lot of talking after you introduce me.
Mhm.
It's almost like when we go out and recruit or we talk a three-way. Mr. Abdul taught me that. You act like you got a mouthful of water. You don't say a word. So when we're sitting there, I've already briefed her and told her, you introduce me and you tell her about legacy. You know, she's not explaining legacy, but she's telling her it's good product. You gotta hear. Just like going to a movie or going to eat. You gotta go taste this food. It is awesome. You gotta go see this movie without telling her what the ending is.
Right.
So that's what she's doing.
And after that point, she just hands you the phone.
Yeah, and she's got it on speaker.
You got it on speaker.
Yeah.
Okay, then you start talking.
Because
One
I'm
more
open.
question.
I'm
One more
open.
question. One more along that line. Now, the rest of the names you have on the list that she hadn't introduced you to, you at home now, you calling the list. What's your verbiage then when you
Okay, so Mr. John, I was at Miss Fran's house the other day, and I showed her a benefit package that we have, and she gave me your name. Your name was the first one on the list. I don't care if it was number 20. Your name was the first one on the list, and I'm calling you because she thought enough of you for me to show you what she has now. So let's talk about it. Well, is it insurance? Let's talk about it. I can come over and show you everything I have, or we can do it by phone. No. Did you do it in person with Fran? Yes. Okay, let's make an appointment. Make the appointment and that's it.
Awesome.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, we have another question.
Do we have another question?
Mine is not referral. It's a different thing, but related to what you talked about, legacy. See, in my own case, I'm from Nigeria. I suspect that most of my clients prospects would be, Africans.
Okay, so you can just simply say, do you know what the cost of traveling back to Nigeria is? You know what those rates. It's several thousands of dollars. Okay, so you can just sell just that alone. Okay, simply saying, let's just get the 10,000. You die, we'll have money available to ship you back home. Something as simple as that.
Okay, so that there would be no need for, having a graveyard here